Alright, we're making progress. Well, it looks like we're dealing with more than one person. It sounded like more than one hooded person too, and at least one elf. I spoke to the odd old man. You're right, he was strange.
Did he have any useful information?
I think so. He saw an elf heading eastward.
Just as we suspected. That elf must have been involved somehow.
Somehow.
Did he mention anything else?
Yeah. He saw a very tall, dark hooded figure escaping.
Oh, I'm not sure if that fits. I must say I haven't met many elves in my time. Was there any more?
I think that was it. He wasn't very cooperative.
A man living up there with only bones for company? He probably doesn't get many visitors. I'm not sure I can draw a conclusion. Perhaps I'm still in shock. Who do you think it was?
I think it's Sliske, and I think he convinced one of the elves to work for him somehow. That's just his style. The elf god Saren. No, it's not Saren. Why would he throw his ring away? It's not Brother Samwell. I think somebody did this. More suspects. The odd old man, Chaos God, Zamrak, no. Sliske. I think it is Sliske.
Sliske? The name is unfamiliar to me. Perhaps you know something I do not, adventurer.
Perhaps, perhaps.
Did the odd man mention what direction the figure was heading?
He said east. I told you that already.
If they left crystals behind, maybe you could pick up some sort of trail and figure out where they went.
Maybe. Good idea. I'll see what I can find.
You should take the same approach as before. Note down any clues and try to find a witness.
Okay, sounds good. Ooh. I like this music. So Brother Samwell, a few of his friends got killed. And now it's our job to figure out what happened. We talked to the odd old man, and between him and his bone sack, they decided they could tell us that an elf and a kind of a hooded figure, taller hooded figure with dark clothes, was heading east, and I think it's Sliske. He's just the type. Probably convinced some poor elf to do his bidding. There's a necklace under this plant. Someone must have dropped it. I found this necklace at the crime scene. Okay. What happened to the ring I had? Maybe Brother Samwell took it? Oh. Elf Ranger. Well, that didn't last long. Investigate arms. Saradomin's symbol is freshly branded into the elf's hands. The marks are still glowing, as if it's just been done. Okay. Well, maybe someone else is tracking him too. Investigate torso. The elf was killed by a single wound to the chest, similar to the Saradominist monks. I mean, if something did happen to the Saradominist monks, I think probably Saradomin would know pretty quickly, so maybe he's... I got a feeling we're gonna bump into him. Her legs are sparkled with dirt and blood.
The figure! Shadows! From nowhere! Sent me! Trapped me! Free me!
What? Oh, that's so creepy. Oh. That sounds like Sliske. Sent me, trapped me, and they want to get free. But it's... There's a ripped piece of rough linen cloth caught on the fence post. It seems to be part of a blue robe. That's gonna be... Saradomin. What a goof. Got his robes caught. Okay, I think there's a way through this fence. Where is it now? Oh, let's just make sure there's nothing else before we carry on. Oh, we can go up. Okay. Let's see if the people manning the beacon saw anything. Blaze sharp eye? No, that's not what I want. Ask about the murdered elf. I'm investigating a murder, and I'm wondering if you could answer a few questions.
A murder, you say? I don't really have time. I'm busy tending to the beacon, you see.
Well, I don't really care if you have time or not. You're gonna make time. Blaze rudely dismisses you with a disinterested look on his face. Make sure you have his attention. This is extremely important. Innocent people have been killed, and I need to find out who did it.
Look, my work here is of the utmost importance. Now, please leave so I can get back to maintaining the beacon.
You silly goof. This is much more important than your stupid beacon. Answer my questions or this will get ugly.
All right, all right. I didn't see much, though. What burning questions do you have?
Well, since you've asked, I need to know if you've seen anything out of the ordinary recently.
Seen? Not really. Unless you're referring to my glorious fire I had burning earlier. Now that was extraordinary.
Yeah, good for you. Blaze's eyes light up as an arrogant smirk crosses his face. He seemed to be losing his attention again. Well, let's keep at this. I've had enough of this. If you don't start talking, I'll make a glorious fire out of you.
Whoa, okay. Right. Earlier, I heard a scream from down the hill. When I peeked out to have a look, I saw an elf lying there. It scared me half to death. I tried to get a look at the killer, but I...
Hid like a little girl? Blaze goes slightly pale as if he's overcome with a timid look of fear. It might be best not to scare him anymore. What happened? Any information could help me find the killer and stop them from coming back here.
Well, okay. I've never witnessed anything like it in my life. When I looked over to the killer, they vanished. I've seen people teleport, but this was different. Everything went dark as if the sun had disappeared. It was like they created a rift that sucked all light from the area.
Whoa.
I thought it would be too dangerous to go any further, so I hid up here behind my beacon.
And then decided to forget it ever happened. What? Did you get a good look at who the attacker was?
No, they were gone so fast I barely saw them.
Wow. Okay, thanks for your help. The information would be really useful. Huh. I find it hard to believe that someone would be so scared of that and yet so prepared to, like, just be interested in their beacon. Weird. Okay. Well, we can investigate this bench. Why? You find a letter lying under the bench. Found all the clues. Your orders. The gathering is imminent. Once you have everything in place, wait for his arrival, then deliver the invitation. S. Oh, it's Sliske. It is, and he is probably waiting for the arrival of Saradomin. What is this guy up to? S, that's so ambiguous, because it could be Sliske, it could be Saradomin, it could be Saren. They've really left some options there, but I think there's just one option. I think I found all the clues. I've searched thoroughly.
Okay, let me take a look. The evidence you found seems to suggest the killing has something to do with Saradomin. How could somebody do this?
How or why?
Could it be other monks? Wizards? There is no feud between Seren and Saradomin that I know of. All this mindless killing just doesn't make any sense to me.
I think it makes a little bit of sense here. We'll get to the bottom of this.
You're right. If we put our minds to it, I'm sure we can figure this out.
That's right.
Did you manage to find any witnesses?
Oh yeah. I spoke to the beacon tender, who was nearby when the elf was killed. He was able to see from the nearby hilltop.
Really? What did he see? He must have had some useful information.
Sort of. He said the killer vanished into thin air.
Vanished? Perhaps a teleport spell. How are we supposed to find them now?
I'm not sure. Blaze said that when the killer vanished, all the light was sucked out of the area. What could that mean?
I haven't heard of anything like that before. It doesn't sound like a normal teleport spell.
Somebody going through the shadow realm.
We seem to have found all the evidence but have no clear explanation.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm no expert on magic and I know little of elves or wizards. I think it's time we sought help, adventurer.
Who do you have in mind?
I have an old friend who also worships Saradomin. We were close when we were younger, but I became a monk and she a wizard.
Okay.
Her name is Valina, and she specializes in crystal magic. You should go and talk to her to see what she knows about the clues. You can find her at the entrance to the Wizard's Tower, south of Draenor Village.
Alright guys, well, sounds like we're on a bit of a trip.